Okay, today let's take a look at our root over rocks. And this one I think is sort of the most popular way of getting really long root over. So main root is down below, right, into this main part here. And this part is supposed to be exposed, but you can't expose it too much at once. So what I'm planning to do is to cut across here. Okay, it's not what you call exciting. Yep, just what we're trying to do is expose the roots slowly, because when it's underground, it can't take the sun. But slowly, if you expose it, you'll end up with the bark, so that you'll be able to take the sunlight. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here and start. Well, I think I should cut down another 3/4 of an inch. So it'll be the same process, I'm just going deeper. Okay, now let's not get too excited about these roots. This is probably the root of my weed. Remember our air layering? I get all excited and I say, oh, look at all the roots, and it's just the weed. So we're just going to take this. I'm being cautious, but I wonder if I should just take this whole thing off. Yep, here's some more. Look at this weed. This is definitely not this elm root. Now we're in the 11th day of November, so we're going to start to get into the cold weather. And no extreme heat, so as long as I keep it away from the deep frost, should be fine. See, it's starting to come together. I had to do that because this part was too much exposure when I did this 8 months ago. And so, you know, these things all have to be done in stages. You know, there's a lot of effort into making sure these are tight against the rock. Well, this one's not bad, it's really tight against the rock, but if it's close enough, you know, as the root gets girth on it, you'll actually hit the rock. So I don't think you need to be that concerned about being right on the rock. But like I was saying, this one is right there on, well, it's probably because of the soil was pushing on it. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go. So yeah, it was shot on the March. I'll just get tips off so that it stays nice and compact, but other than that, I'll feed it and put it back in a fairly well protected area for a while yet. So this rock probably goes down here. That's why I had to use that sleeve. So this one too was started 8 months ago. And we just want to see if we could expose a little bit. Not too much. You rush too much and then you end up damaging the root and you could kill it. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. This one's not as well, it's firmly attached to it, but it doesn't go around like the others. But in time, this will fuse and then will start to kind of engulf this. So these root over rocks are very interesting. Okay, now this one here, when I repot, I'm going to put the soil on the bottom like we do and then bring it up. So I'll set this to the side. Yep, these were all started at the same time. This one here, probably we won't do too much at all. It's very young, it's kind of weak, so other than checking a little bit, we'll not do anything. Make sure this gets really, but it's only been like 8 months, so it's not bad. Oh, if you're wondering how I did it, this was a root cutting, so this was not there. I just put the root when I was servicing one of the other bonsai and took the root and kind of adhered to the rock with the tape. And then this came up. So now this next year, we're going to start styling this. But for now, I'm just checking and said it's fine, but nothing exciting happening. Okay, well, this one is a olive. And, well, what was covering it was the gravel. And it's coming along, but this too has been only 8 months, so we can't expect miracles, right? So you'll go back, well, I'll go ahead and add a little bit of soil on the bottom. So there's soil on the bottom, so this will come up a little bit, right? See? And then I've been putting this gravel on top so that we don't get as much well, we don't want this to root on the surface. We want it to go down. So, other than a few little trims, I think by next year, we should be able to put it in a bonsai pot. This one may not be as much of a root over as a clasping or rock, which is kind of the rock relationship, but it's not your typical root over. I think this is the most further along, and this is definitely a root over. And how this one lost its tag. So it's okay. I think what I'm going to do is to pull it out and let's check it. Oh yeah, it's coming along. This area is full of roots. I think it's this elm root, not weed. See? Yeah, this is feeling very finished. Okay. Well, this is not doing anything for this plant. So I took it out. Okay. Okay, what I just did was put some soil on the bottom, and then this will go in. Then you could start to see how this comes together. And got some. Yeah, I think this one is ready. Next year, we could put this in a nice bonsai pot. And for now, we're just going to trim like this. And then I had to get some fresh soil on the outside because as I pushed it up, there's gap. So I'll go ahead and put that in. Okay, so now it's up a little bit. You can see the full potential. I think this is more or less going to be our permanent soil line. It might go down just a tad more, but not that much more, I think. But you can see that it's truly a root over rock. This batch, this is the best. Having said that, but this one here, I think has the potential to be the best. It's another year to 2 years, and then we'll get this root better defined and able to take the tape off. I think this will be really a good one too. So we saw what, 5 root over rock, 4 Chinese elm, and 1 olive. And what you have to have for, at least around here, if you're going to do root over rock, select a very sturdy plant that will take the heat. Well, what happens is the rock starts to heat up in the summer. So it's going to be hot, plus it's going to retain the heat. So it has to be something that's very tough. I've seen other people do it, but maples, I think, have a tendency to take a beating in the heat, unless you have it in a well-protected area where the rock doesn't heat up, okay? So I'm gonna tidy up a little bit, fertilize these, and then we'll see what happens next year. So all this is, except for that, this other one here, I think they're started just this year, so it's not bad. I think that might have been last year or the year before. But I don't spend, dozen years just trying to get the root to stick. I see some people do it that way, but I'm in a hurry. Okay, so look at, see this once we're able to take this off, this will be a really good one. It's very long, and then I'm pretty sure that we're going to take off another inch or 2 of this soil as this develops. So I think this one has the potential to be very good in the future. But for now, it's still delicate. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for now. So this is the hero saying goodbye. I'll see you again real soon in another chapter. So this has been sort of the peek at how the root over rock are doing from mostly this year. Weeds.